everyone. I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss about the Python concept that is very important about the constructor. So first of all, let's revise the previous concept about class versus object. So what is a class? Class is a design, it's a blueprint of the actual existence of a particular object, and object is the physical existence of a particular instance in the of a particular class in the memory. So if we compare both things, class doesn't exist in the memory, but the object exists in the memory and has a physical existence. You could see the example over here that there is a blueprint of the house that is called the class, and when we actually implement that or actually construct that house, then it is called the object. So object have two parts. One is very important, the data part, and the other one is the behavior part or the functionality or methodology part of a particular object. So there is one example over here that if there is a doctor, then it could have some attributes or properties, like it could have the ID, qualification, and name, and it could also have some behaviors, like it could have get the details of the doctors, schedule some appointments, etc. There is another example of the class that is called the patient class. It is having the relevant attributes or properties like patient ID, patient disease, and patient age, and it also having some behaviors or attributes like taking appointments and paying bill. Now we are going to discuss a very important concept of the object-oriented programming that is called the constructor. Constructor is a special function used to initialize the data or the properties of the class. So in Python, it's a bit different that in Python, you don't have to write the name of the constructor as a class, but you have to define by using the keyword def and with the special underscore two signs init method. So this is a special function init you could see over here. And in the parameter section, one object like self is being passed. So that is why self is pointing to the object of the class. And with that, you can also pass some relevant parameters. Okay, so this is the body function, and if you have to define some variables over here, you can easily do it. But with the self, you can associate the number of the properties of the data with a particular object by passing some values. So it is called the constructor. What is self? Self is object itself. So in parameterized constructor, the only difference is you only have to pass variables or the number of variables over here. But self is compulsory or mandatory because self is pointing to the object of a particular class. So now it's a demo time. So let's write a program. Here I'm going to initialize one class with the name alpha. After that, I can define init self, and after that I could assign some values. Self dot a is equal to 9 and print self self dot. So that's it. So you can you have successfully initialized one object. After that, you can make one object with a is equal to alpha, and in the constructor part, you can basically this is a default constructor, so there is any need to pass any value over here. So I'm just writing self. So I can just put it like that. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's great. So by default, A alpha, it is called the init method by itself. And you can see over here in the output section, 9 has already been printed. So that is how you can define one constructor. You can also pass some parameters. For example, I'm passing 9 over here. Then what I can do, I can initialize another variable and assign that variable to the self. See, this is called parameterized constructor. All right, so in the default constructor, you can pass with no parameters with object, and if you want to pass a number of parameters, in this way, you can initialize your constructor and you can assign some values to that are associated with a particular object in the Python. Thank you. That's all from my side. Bye bye.